Family, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? How you doing? Kyle Henderson, Bama Football on YouTube. Give me a roll tide inside the comment box here to break down college football and the scores that have just taken place. My goodness, did you see Indiana just take down Oregon? Did you see Texas just take down Oklahoma? Here to discuss it. And I kind of want to do like kind of an early top five, if you will. All right. If you're inside the comment box, I see all three of you guys up in there right now. Yo, is Bama a top five team? Right? I think when you look to kind of the college football scores, right, and you kind of go over to the games that just took place, you're like, man, you know, I guess, you know, Oregon, I didn't expect this to happen up in Eugene. Indiana comes away with a victory 30-20. I was surprised by that 100%. You know, I thought Oregon being at home would control that game. Mendoza, as I've said a bunch of different times, I do think he is a good quarterback. He was able to, you know what? Now that I'm thinking about it, I think Ty Simpson probably jumped up to the Heisman favorite because I know Dante Moore was, I think, the favorite going into this game. And with Ty doing what he's done, 16 touchdowns, right? 1 interception. Man, am I right? Am I live? Can you guys see me? Am I clear to you? I think Ty Simpson might become the Heisman favorite. Is it rat poison? Maybe, right? But I think, Ty probably took a huge step forward. So anyways, Oregon is able to, drop their first game of the season to Indiana by a score of 30-20. Did you guys watch that game? Ohio State, 34, Illinois, 16. That's the final. Clearly, Ohio State, I think, is our number one team. Help me out. Who's your number one team inside the comment box right now? I would imagine it's Ohio State, right? We'll write these out together. We'll go over them one by one. I'm going to put Ohio State as my number one. So Ohio State, and then I'm going to go with, I guess, Miami, right? Miami's your number two. They were open this week. This was a weird game. Ole Miss 24, Washington State 21. In a game where Ole Miss had to come from behind to beat Washington State. What the hell's up with that? And that's why this team is still a little sus on my end, right? I'm just not buying it 100%. I know they're 6-0. Let's see what their schedule looks like the rest of the way. Okay, so this is who they've beaten so far. Georgia State, Kentucky, Arkansas, Tulane. Man, they really haven't played anybody. They beat LSU, and LSU was number 4, and I think that's gave them, a lot of, I guess, notoriety. They barely beat Washington State. Coming up, though, they have a pretty challenging schedule, right? Fam, what's up? I see you guys inside the comment box. Good to see you guys. So, Ole Miss, talking Ole Miss right here. Just some post, college football reaction. There's some big games today and a lot of shakeup. They have Oregon, then Oklahoma, South Carolina, and Florida, Mississippi State. I would imagine they probably lose 1 or 2 on this back end stretch, right? Talking Ole Miss here, because Ole Miss now is 6-0 on the season. Were you guys shocked by Texas beating Oklahoma? Remember, I said it. I said that Texas, I wouldn't be surprised if Texas was able to beat Oklahoma. I just know how rivalry games are. And trust me, we are not, guess what? Texas, these guys will probably shoot back to realistically, they'll probably shoot up like in the top 20. But like exaggerating, people are going to talk about them like they found themselves. And like Texas is like, here they come. No, this was a rivalry game that they won. I thought they did. Clearly, they outplayed Oklahoma. This is a game that I watched. But if you kind of zoom in and look what Texas has done, they still don't have that strong of a resume. I mean, they lost the first one to the number one team in the country. They beat San Jose, UTEP, Sam Houston. They lost to Florida. They're able to beat Oklahoma, a team that was ranked 6th in the country. But still, I am not buying Texas. Like, this is a Texas team that, can maybe reach the SEC title, or I don't even know if they're a playoff team right now, which makes me wonder about this Oklahoma team, right? Because you're like, whoa, what does it mean about Oklahoma? I don't know. I just think rivalry games, you don't know. You just don't know. Even watching that game, Were you like blown away? Let's kind of dive into the numbers here. Arch Manning today, 166. John Mateer, 202. He was 21 of 27. He threw 1 touchdown pass. I don't know. Are you guys buying Texas? Yes or no inside the comment box to my 26 fans online. Yes or no? Okay, we got Emmanuel. He's saying that Arch looked better. What's up, dog? Good to see you guys. Let's see who's up in the crib. So you're getting like a bunch of ads on this video. Is that right, Mindy? Is that what you're saying? YouTube didn't give me a notification. You know, it's probably because I already went live. This is my 1, 2, 3. This is my 4th time today that I've gone live. Right? So you get 3 notifications per day. So that's probably why you guys didn't get the live, right? All right. So Texas still out on the pretender list. Okay. We already talked to Alabama, Missouri. Georgia Tech moves to 6-0. Yo, I don't think that this Georgia Tech, look at their schedule. Okay. Colorado, Gardner-Webb, Clemson, Temple, Wake, Virginia Tech, right? Yo, I'm telling you, Georgia Tech is not, look, I guess this back game against Georgia, but this team is going to the playoffs. This team, unless something happens around here, this is going to be the team that plays Miami for the ACC title game. So we'll put them in. People sleeping on Georgia Tech. This team, oh my God, Notre Dame, please go away. Look, win, 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 win. You know what these guys are going to do? They're going to make a late season run and try to get into the playoffs. They're going to beat USC, Boston. Notre Dame is going to beat all these teams, and they don't have a conference championship game. You know, I talk about Notre Dame every single week. They will not lose a game. Notre Dame is probably going to take someone's playoff spot from the SEC. But if they're in the SEC, we already know how that would go. Look, they lost to Texas A&M. Colorado gets their first victory over ranked Iowa State. Come on, get out of here, Iowa State. And, whoa, my God, Florida State with the crash out. Oh, my God. Look at this. We made it. We made it, man. You made it against, then against East Texas A&M. Kent State. Crash out. The ACC crash out this is crazy. Now they're going to Palo Alto across the country to play Stanford. The Green Tree. I don't know. Florida State crash out. I didn't expect this. And I don't think it matters for Bama, right? It really doesn't. Like, that doesn't matter at all. Florida State is done. They're not making the playoffs. They won their little preseason Super Bowl, and then that's it. Florida State sacrificed everything for one game. It's crazy. By the way, Florida and Texas A&M tied 7-7. All right, so let's take a look at this. Let's do the AP Top 25 rankings, right? AP Top 25. And just kind of look at it. And I get it. The AP poll is ridiculous. Nobody likes it. But these are the rankings that we have. So, okay, so Ohio State, we'll keep them at number 1. Okay? Someone writing this down? Miami, we'll keep them at 2. Okay, Oregon, you're not going to be 3. Do we put Ole Miss at 3? I don't know. Hold on. Let's write this down. So I'll take Ohio State. 2, I'll take Miami. 3, oh man, barely beating Washington State at home. I don't know. I'm not trusting you. A&M, they're playing right now. They're tied with Florida. So let's hold on. Oklahoma's out. Indiana, is Indiana the 3rd best team in the country? Oh my God, what is happening? I guess we put them at 3, just considering. And then I think you put Bama, right? So Bama, I got Bama at 4, even though I know Bama's probably a top 3 team. I'm going to put Indiana there. Going on the road to Eugene, I think, is an impressive win. I don't like Indiana. I think they're a pretender, but I'm guessing how the polls will work. And then I'll probably go back to Ole Miss or A&M. So my rankings look like this. My rankings look like Ohio State, number 1, Miami, number 2, Indiana, number 3, number 4, Bama, number 5, Ole Miss, A&M, right? That's kind of what the top 5 probably looks like. And I don't know. Georgia's playing tonight here at the Barn. It's haunted. Who knows what's going to happen over there? So let me ask you inside the comment box about Bama, okay? Bama wins today. You look at kind of the remaining schedule, and you know who's up next. Tennessee. Tennessee won today. Tennessee now 5-1 on the season. So you have 2 5-1 teams about to collide in Knoxville. This is Bama's remainder of its schedule, okay? You guys see that okay? So Bama has coming up, you got Tennessee, you got South Carolina, LSU, Oklahoma, Eastern Illinois, and Auburn. You know what's crazy is this schedule is still very, very challenging. You kind of almost like, look at this stretch we just went through. Was this kind of exhausting, an exhausting stretch? I think so, because you had 2 weeks to prep for this one, and it was emotionally draining, right? Then you had Vanderbilt, kind of all the hype and everything around Diego Pavia, him being the villain and all that stuff. Then Missouri, them being undefeated and kind of this unknown good team, right? On the road, 11 a.m. Well, guess what? This is arguably your biggest rival outside of Auburn, right? I would say the rivals go Auburn, Tennessee, LSU, right? Am I right on that? Tennessee has been a good football team. This has been a team that's been able to beat Alabama with the last 2 out of 3 seasons. Each time has been in Knoxville. This is a good football team that was able to win tonight. They're beating Arkansas right now 34-24, so I would imagine they hang on to this game. A little bit tighter than I thought it would be. But let's just say Tennessee wins, they go to 5-1 as well. Then you got South Carolina, LSU, Oklahoma, Eastern Illinois, and Auburn. So this back end of the schedule is ultra challenging. No room to slip up. But right now, you do control your own destiny, right? You kind of look to the SEC football standings. I don't even know if they're updated yet. Yeah, they are. So when we look to the SEC standings right here, you got Ole Miss up at the top, 6-0, 3-0 in conference play, right? You have Bama right behind them, 3-0 in conference play, 5-1 overall. You got A&M, 2-0, 5-0 overall, playing Florida tonight. You got Oklahoma. This is not updated for them because they should have a loss right here. They should be 5-1. Georgia playing right now. Missouri now 1-1 in conference play, 5-1. Man, look at that. Look at all this SEC tanglement. Vanderbilt 5-1, LSU. Everybody's 5-1 or 4-1 in the SEC. And then you kind of have some of these dangerous teams in here, right? These are like your trap games right here. This is Trapville. All right, you heard of Prattville? Well, this is Trapville. Florida, South Carolina, Texas, Arkansas, Mississippi State. Any of these teams, probably outside of Arkansas, can beat you. Okay? They beat Florida. These guys are dangerous. I promise you, they're dangerous. Don't overlook them. Texas. They just beat Oklahoma, who was ranked in the top 10. Mississippi State, they'll punch you. Okay? Auburn, I don't care. I do not care what these guys' record is. I don't care if they've only won 1 game, 0 games. It doesn't matter. Coach Saban said it today best. He was like, look, that's the only place that I have a losing record. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the coaches. Doesn't matter who the quarterback is. It's haunted, specifically when you go over there. That's the only game that I get nervous about. All these other games, I'll be confident, and you'll see me picking Alabama, and I'm going to pick Alabama against Auburn. I'm just hesitant because those games are scary. Those rivalry games are nuts. 100% plus, I know what that quarterback did last year. And if Hugh Freeze wants to somehow save his job or whatever, he'll put together this remarkable game plan, right, to be able to beat Alabama. So those are games that scare me. Let's look at the Big Ten standings real quick. Because I would imagine that 3 teams get in from this conference. These aren't updated yet. But it'll be Ohio State, Indiana, Michigan. They're playing, I think. Did Michigan already play or are they playing tonight? They're playing USC. And they are 2-0 in conference. So Oregon will drop. This is going to be interesting to see what happens right here. Oregon's got to win some games because I think they're only taking 3 from this conference. I don't think they'll take 4 because I think the SEC is so heavy. They'll probably take 5 from the SEC. They should get 6. Yeah, they're playing right now, right? That's what I thought. So anyways, just a quick little video just to hop on. Just kind of wanted to recap college football. I like to come on here, all these games kind of mixing and matching. I was like, damn, I need to talk with the fam. I'll be live tomorrow in the morning, either in the morning or right around when the AP poll drops. So you guys can come check me out tomorrow. We'll discuss it. We'll break it down. Probably do a little bit of this again after all these evening games have settled, once the dust has settled. All right. I hope you guys had a good time today watching the Alabama Crimson Tide earn another victory in SEC play. It's a gauntlet. It is a hell of a gauntlet, and it's only going to get more challenging as we go forward. I mean, it just is. I mean, the stakes get higher. Guys are in, guys are out. There's going to be injuries that you have to account for, but I think what we've seen from this team is they are rolling, and they have a lot of momentum. So I hope you guys have a good rest of your Saturday night. Stay where your feet are at. Enjoy yourself. Let your hair down a little bit. You have until 2 p.m. for this celebration, and then you get ready for that ugly orange as it's the 3rd October coming up next weekend in beautiful Tuscaloosa, Alabama, as the Crimson Tide will take on 5-1 Tennessee. All right? And I know you hate Tennessee. All right, fam. I love you guys. Enjoy your life, and catch you soon right here on Bama Football on YouTube. Thanks for watching Bama Football on YouTube. Live every day, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Central Time, or as major news happens or when I'm just feeling like it. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thanks for watching. Run the thumbs up. And see you guys next time right here on Bama.